Good morning. Today is Monday, the 28th of October 2024, and the time now is 10:31 a.m. in the morning. My name is the Buddha of Lewisham, and I am a prize fighter, pugilist. I study the noble art of self-defense. I just want to say I don't like shadowboxing as a discipline. I don't like it. I don't like shadowboxing. I don't like the word shadow, because when I was growing up, because I'm a man now, but when I was a boy, shadow. Me and my friends, we used to play with our shadow. We used to do this thing. You could do your certain fingers, and you can make animals on the wall with the shadow of the light coming in at night. I don't know how it's done, but the light comes in on the wall, and we'll make shadows of different animals. You can put your hands like this, for instance, like this, or like that, and you can imitate certain animals. I don't like shadows. Or maybe I like shadows, but for me at that time when we were doing it, had a negative effect on me, because there is God in there. Jehovah is there, he's alive and well, God in there. But for me, it had negative, the shadow. I don't know whether it was the animals we were doing on the wall, or whether I generally do not like shadow boxing. I don't know what it is. I just think about it right now, but I don't like shadow boxing. No, shadow boxing. Maybe if they just said they just called it simulated boxing, like simulation boxing, or feather boxing, some other kind of name. Because how can you box your shadow? How can you box your shadow? Shadow boxing. How can you Look, I don't want to box my shadow. Don't forget, we're from Jamaica. I'm not British English, quintessentially British. I'm not like Vikings ancestors here. We're from the Caribbean. So we're thinking, how can you box your shadow? How can you shadow box? How can you box your shadow? That's what I think. I don't want to box my shadow. Or if I see my shadow on the floor, I don't want to fight my shadow. It's my shadow fighting me. Don't shadow box. So when I'm out there and I'm doing my hooks and my uppercuts and things that I do, I'll talk about boxing, boxing training. I'm imagining there's the competitor or my opponent in front of me. So I'm trying to imagine his height, where his chin is, where the side of his chin is, the jaw, where his jaw is. I even imagine where the uppercut, when I throw the uppercut, what part of under the chin where it hits. Where it hits the back of the chin, back under the neck, in between the corner there where the chin meets the neck, or if it's at the front. I think about all that, with the exact positioning of the punch. I'm doing shadow boxing. And I always try to imagine when I throw my right hook to the body, because I throw the right hook to the body, I always imagine it stopping as it hitting that person. That contact. I don't punch through. I punch to hit, to land right on the surface of the area of the body. To dent it. To dent it, to right that level, to dent it, to brack it in. And I punch, I don't punch through. Like in martial arts, and people here, I'm talking about boxing, I'm talking about that control sport boxing, like Muhammad Ali, that sport. This is what I'm training for. Do you follow me? Okay. But in martial arts, they punch through. So I know they punch through. They teach them like Wushy Kwan and all that martial arts karate to punch through an object. They teach them, they train them mentally, psychology, to punch through. Whereas I punch to hit the surface. I don't punch through. I punch to break it, to dent it, to stop it, to dent it. I don't punch through. I dent it. I dent it, to dent it, to stop it. I'm breaking it. I'm breaking that bone. I'm denting it. You understand? To dent. I'm cracking it. You understand? To crack it, to dent it, to stop it. That's how I boxing train. You understand? That's how I train. To hit that kind of hit, that power, to stop it, to break it, to stop it, to dent it. You understand? So I don't like shadow boxing. And people, let me remind you again, because you adults that are watching this, I'm talking about boxing training. Now, when I punch to dent, to stop, whatever, in the ring, it's a different thing because you got the hand wraps on, you got the boxing gloves on, and the boxing gloves they weigh probably 2 kg, 3 kg, and you don't forget the boxing opponent. He's also training. So once you're in the ring, the chemistry, the balance of what you're being trained and doing, thinking might not manifest because he's on the same level. He might even be a higher level than you. So you can train to punch, to dent, whatever you want, but in the real world, in the ring at that time, your whole plan might just go through the window. It might not even manifest. He might knock you out. He might knock me out in round one. You know what I'm saying? I might be thinking, yeah, the bull of Lewisham. But get in the ring, he might crack my fucking door, put me down on the floor the first 10 seconds of round one. That's what I'm saying. So every boxer has a philosophy, a strategy of how he's going to fight. It's just part of the process. So that's what I'm doing. So what I'm saying now, the shadow boxing, I don't like it. Nice shadow boxing, shadow fighting in my shadow. Yeah. But that's what they called it. I remember when I first learned it, I was in the gym, All Stars Boxing Club on the Harrow Road. They told me, go in front of the mirror and do some shadow boxing. I thought, like, what am I doing here? I didn't like it. And I remember standing in front of the mirror and I was doing some hooks and I was doing whatever they taught me to do, moving around. So keep moving, punch and keep moving, punch and keep moving. I kept punching, keep moving. It's bullshit. You know what I'm doing that for, isn't it? I'm doing that for. Because you can't teach a man to fight, Can't teach a man to fight, no. All these fighters like Saul Canelo Alvarez, Conor Ben, you can't teach a man to fight. Can't teach a man to fight, nah. There's fighting and then there's boxing. There's two different sports. There's fighting and there's boxers. Boxers is like you can learn chess. Like if you buy a chess set and come to my flat, I can teach you how to play chess within a week. And you'll learn. You might even become so good now, you might start entering competitions as a chess player. So you've learned chess. But that doesn't mean you know war strategy. It doesn't mean that you know war strategy. Like if there's a war, like I'm not saying that there's gonna be, but I'm saying if there's a war, you might not have that strategy. You might not know. You might not know what to do. What would you do? I mean, I'm talking about strategy. You wouldn't know, would you? Do you know what a flank is? Do you know what the flanks are? The flanks. Do you know flanks about flank warfare strategy? You don't know about that. So what different kind of do you know about war? Like what would you do? Do you understand? So it's a totally different thing. So you can learn anything. You can learn ballet. You can learn table tennis. You can learn badminton. Learn it, but in the real world, there's other applications you don't know. In the real world, you're trying to play that. Oh, I'm a boxer. I'm the world champion. I'm the boxer. I'm the world champion. But come certain situations, that doesn't mean anything. That's irrelevant because you don't really know. You just learned a kind of sport. You've learned a discipline that you learned a discipline. You were just lucky. But in the real world of reality, you know what I'm saying, war strategy and how to implement soldiers and battalions and how to march for like 200 miles on like a bowl of porridge. You know what I mean? And how to manage horses and how to ride horses and how to dig trenches and you don't know about that, do you? None of that. So what I'm saying, fighting and boxing is two different things. You understand? There's that side of the thing, and then there's that boxing thing where you think, oh, I'm the world champion, Alexander Usyk, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield. Then that's that side, but then there's the other side of military. Do you understand? So when you got both of them, the flexors, you know what I'm saying? You got different soldiers, different kind of animals, So, so basically, I don't like shadow boxing. Shadow boxing, never really been my thing. Shadow boxing. So, Anyway, I thought I'd make this video. My name's Kid Blackie the Nonpareil. It's another name of mine, Kid Blackie. Kid Blackie the Nonpareil. The Non-Pareil. I got other names as well. Got other names. Ninecraft. Another name of mine is Ninecraft because I'm crafty. Ninecraft. Number 9, craft. Ninecraft because I'm crafty. It's another name of mine, Ninecraft. Anyway, take care. Thanks a lot.